So we're now all connected. Hearts aglow. This is the book. Find Your Soul in Your Heart. It says Wisdom Teachings and Heart-Centered Meditations. So the premise of the book, I'll just read a little bit on the back. It's Find Your Soul, Discover Your Soul Purpose. We're in the middle of an evolutionary shift in human consciousness from being centered on individualism to the realization that we are one consciousness. In the transition, we can feel overwhelmed, but if we just focus on evolving ourselves, we positively affect everyone. In Find Your Soul, you learn how to connect with your soul and manifest your role in the evolutionary plan, using self-transforming ideas and 9 powerful heart-centered meditations that open your heart. So that's the premise of the book. People have asked me what inspired me to write it, so I'm going to cover that a little bit and let me cry. I started to write after my husband David died, and he was a very intelligent, bright, charismatic, visionary person, but he had the disease of addiction and alcoholism. So we were on a spiritual path together for quite a while, believing that somehow that was a reassurance and that things would work out okay. But what happened was he went ahead of me to his father's funeral in England, and he died there of an overdose. So it was devastating to me that all that we'd been doing and believing in was over. So I was devastated, obviously, and bereft of him and of a belief system. So it started me trying to make sense out of life, because I knew I had to carry on being here. So I had to find a way. So I did do something immediately unusual, which is I stayed connected with him. So I've always been connected with him from spirit, and so that at the time was taboo. So people were saying, no, let the dead rest in peace. And I just had to carry on because I could feel him and I could hear him at that point too. So we became writers together. So every morning I would connect with him and write about different things, trying to understand, what is love, what is fair, what is bad, what is good, what is bad, just going through all the kind of basics. And so that became the basis of my writing. And then I was very much alone, but I met new people, weirdly enough, even though I wasn't going out, because I was on this spiritual path, and so different people came in, and some of them, after 4 years, took me to an ashram in New York State, and that was when I connected with a guru and a philosophy called Kashmir Shaivism, which is essentially the idea of God as oneness, and how we understand that fully in the end by an experience. So it can be through, like a spiritual experience, it could be through meditation or chanting, and a lot of people now are doing it through magic mushrooms. I'm not against that either. It's just, I haven't had any yet. So for now I'm sticking with meditation, but who knows, I'm open.
Have a baby.
So that connection made me study more philosophy, so it became one of my focus points, and so some of that is included in this as well. So I'll just read you a little bit from the book, because that's the idea, isn't it? Every major religion predicted that the beginning of the 21st century would be one of radical change. Some prophecies include frightening earth changes, earthquakes, typhoons, etc., with a lot of destruction and devastation. And in fact, we're seeing that happening all the time now. Many modern spiritual thinkers see the earth crisis as the culmination of humanity's collective spiritual upheaval. The physical symbols of the conflict between our selfish ego needs and the soul's desire to connect with our universal source. If we follow our soul, it is possible to ward off Armageddon and gently transition into a new era of unity consciousness, where we become more heart-centered and unlock our natural compassion and care for one another. For the new world to unfold, old structures will need to break apart, especially our financial systems, where wealth sits in the hands of a few, which is counter to the opportunity to end poverty and treat everyone with love and respect. It's best not to resist the changes through fear of the unknown, but to flow with what feels right intuitively for each of us. If we follow our heart's intelligence on a daily basis, something new and magical will be created. When we evolve to full heart consciousness, we collectively care for the welfare of everyone. It is said that if just 10% of humanity is prepared to change, to shift understanding that we are part of one consciousness affecting each other, it will be enough to help all of humanity shift, to make the quantum leap outside the paradigm of suffering to a world full of grace, with plenty of abundance for everyone. Through my own commitment to a daily meditation practice, even for 5 minutes, makes a difference. I can handle life's challenges more easily. I'm still getting them, but we never stop growing. If anyone, after reading this book, is willing to put forth the effort to meditate and self-change and become one of the 10%, our souls will be very pleased indeed. Yay!
Svaha.
So, where is she?
I'm here.
Oh, couple of things. You all met Natalia. She's become a wonderful, relatively new friend of mine, but we just connect immediately when heart connections just happen, don't they? And the other important person, Tahira, don't go, I'm just about to introduce you. Tahira Hartzman is my spirit daughter. So she's not my biological daughter, but she's my heart-soul connection daughter. So she's become a great blessing in my life. And she's a very accomplished woman. She has a lot of, she's a spiritual leader for several groups of women, and particularly one, the Rosenhigh Band, and they play drums, as one of the members is just there, Anahita, and they sing indigenous songs and mantras. So, and Tahira also had an award last year. She got the Shiro Award for Canada. So it's like, not hero, but Shiro. Oh. Yeah, so she's the hero for many. And she's going to sing a mantra at the end with her beautiful voice, so that's how we'll conclude. So as Nat mentioned, this is a republishing of the book, and it seems that now is a good time to do it because more people are interested in meditation and in self-changing. And I've already had an indication that it's the time because I got really good 5-star ratings from Book Scouts, so they're ones who go out and check what's new. And Natalia's going to read just a couple, just to give you an idea. But
I guess the chair.
you got it, yeah.
So I do need, because I'm getting old, our glasses.
Should
Well,
we
mine
try
work.
yours?
It may as well, sometimes they work, it's funny.
Thanks for giving. So, I wanted to say that I read Hilary's book twice now, and I continue to highlight and things impress me. It's a thinking book. For me, it was a guide to peace, to peace of mind, and a guide to reflecting on what's important in life and to be mindful of that. So I was trying to put together, to read something from your book, but you're right, the Scout review is really pretty good.
Scout
and I'm going
Brides.
to give you your chair right back there. All right. Oh, it is good, Hilary. I think. Sort of. I'm spinning, but that's okay. Okay, so this is by Andrea Morrison, and she wrote, "The book is a timely and relevant guide in the midst of a paradigm shift in human consciousness. The author skillfully tackles the challenges of this transition, emphasizing the individual's pivotal role in influencing the collective evolution. The narrative is not only enlightening, but also offers a sense of hope and empowerment, urging readers to focus on personal growth as a means of positively impacting the larger whole." And it is. It's a guide to personal growth. So, yeah. And Ali Wolber, well, I like this one as well. "In essence, Find Your Soul in Your Heart is more than a book. It's a transformative companion for those seeking a deep connection with themselves and a meaningful and understanding of their piece in evolving tapestry of human consciousness." That's beautifully written. Which, with its rich tapestry of insights, practical exercises, and compassionate guidance, the book is a must-read for anyone committed to the profound exploration of their soul's purpose. Find Your Soul in Your Heart transcends the boundaries of conventional self-help book by offering readers a profound exploration of the soul's journey. The author seamlessly weaves together spiritual insights, personal anecdotes, transformative exercises to create a holistic and immersive experience. That's really well put. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, the funny thing is, when you write something like this, it's almost like we all have a higher self and our regular daily self too. So it's always like you can go back and I could go back and read the book and go, I forgot about that. You know, I always remember Neil Donald Walsh talking about his son, because again, a human being that writes these amazing books, and he said he was having this contra with his son, and his son said, "Why don't you read one of your books again, Dad?" Which is true, you know, but it's thank you. So one of the main thrusts of the book is meditation. So the idea next is to go into a meditation together, and at the end of that we're going to do a blessing out to the world. So we'll do it in 3 stages, because Bonnie here, she's another dear new friend. She's going to play her crystal bowl at the beginning, and then as we go through the meditation, and then we'll go to the blessing at the end, where we'll just say things out loud that we want to see happening in the world, because we all know the world needs to change. So she'll at the moment. So Bonnie is going to speak for a minute about the nature of her bowl.
Yes, so this bowl is in the note of G, and it is related to the throat chakra and opening up your throat chakra. And it also has to do with expressing your soul self or your soul truth.
Oh, yes, okay. No, well, a bit distracted. Distracted by the human experience.
Yeah.
Sorry, Teen. Yeah.
I just wanted to mention, if I'm correct, there are links in the book to YouTube videos.
Oh, that's right.